Welcome to another conversation with the brothers of Two Complex. We appreciate y'all for clicking on this video, but before we get into the content, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of the bangers that we drop every single week. Enjoy the video. We appreciate the support. Shaq did an interview with Nikola Jokić, the center for the Denver Nuggets, after he won his third MVP, third in 4 years. Congratulations to Nikola Jokić.
Yep.
And he said that with all Shaq, I'm paraphrasing, but Shaq in so many words said, I respect your game, but all due respect to you, I think SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, should have won the MVP. But I'm, putting you in the dominant big man alliance, yada, yada, yada. He was talking to Nikola Jokić, doing an interview with him after he won the MVP. Shannon Sharpe goes on Nightcap with OchoCinco and says that Shaq is jealous. Shaq is envious of these guys. Let me see if I can find the real quote real quick while I'm introing this. But in so many words, he was just saying that. He said, I have no problem with Shaq, but what he said, I'm ready to move on. Basically. Well, hold on. That's just after.
No, that's after.
That's after the beef. He says, okay, Shannon Sharpe, who didn't agree with O'Neal's comments, shared his point on the podcast Nightcap that he believes, who has only one MVP trophy from his Hall of Fame career, was partially envious of that, referring to Jokic's longer list of MVP accolades. He said, your demeanor is faker than. I'm fucking this up. But he said he basically Shannon Sharpe was like, yeah, you envious of the fact that Jokić got 3 MVPs, you only got 1. And if you took care of your body a little bit more, you probably would have more and you'd be seen as more dominant and seen as one of those GOAT in that GOAT conversation. And also if you had my work ethic, Shaq, you would probably have a better career. Shaq puts out a diss track. He goes on Instagram, on social media, and puts out this response to what Shannon Sharpe shared, and then puts out a diss track. D-Lo, was Shaq correct in his response, or was this petty, basically?
So I think Shaq has the right to feel however he felt about Shannon Sharpe's comments. However, the basis of Shannon Sharpe's comments is because of what you said earlier. He was on national television the night Nikola Jokić won his third MVP, saying that he didn't think he deserved the MVP award. So, I mean, that was the basis of his of what Shannon Sharpe said. And to the outsider looking in, if you being real with yourself, that does seem kind of envious. That seems jealous. Sure. Whether Shaq was defending Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or not, saying that he probably deserved it more than Nikola Jokić, that's neither here nor there. You could have said that comment at a different setting, but you decided to say it on national television. Now, being the fact that Shannon Sharpe said what he said about what Shaq said to Nikola Jokić, as far as if he had the work ethic like me, he would probably have scored 40,000 points in his career. I mean, Shaq has the right to feel how he wants to feel, because you basically, that comment, if he had my work ethic, is basically saying I'm better than you. And if you would have if you would have did the things that I did, rather than trying to live this playboy life or, be out partying this and there, take care of your body, then the career would have went differently. You would have had more MVPs. I mean, that's like me saying to you, Sticks, you played professional football. Let's just say I did as well. I played a different sport. Let's say I played professional baseball. And we have the same amount of championships. You have MVPs. You're more better known than I am, but I just had a longer career, so to speak. I don't know, a more productive career in the time of years, in the years that I played. And then I say something of this extent as like, yeah, Sticks, if you would have had my work ethic, you would have played 20 years in the National Football League or something of the sort.
But let me stop you. Because if I'm in the public telling people that I didn't take care of my body, I didn't take it as seriously as I should have, I didn't work out as much as I probably could, I ate crazy, and you were reportedly saying that I was around a bunch of women doing my thing. Like if I'm telling you publicly that I didn't take it seriously as I probably could have to be more dominant, I would have agreed with you. But that's just me though. I can't talk for Shaq. But me personally, if you tell me, if you had my work ethic, you would have did the things that I did and been more serious about it, you would have had a greater career. I'd have been like, you know what, you're right. Because I already done said, yeah, I didn't take it seriously. So me personally, I'd have been like, yeah, you're right, D-Lo. You're right.
Mm. Yeah, but it's one thing for somebody that you fool with say that. But if it's coming from somebody
though,
that
I fool with you. But
right, that's what I'm saying.
I have the emotional intelligence to say, yeah, D-Lo, you're right. Because I already done told you I didn't take it serious. I already told you I ate crazy. I didn't work out.
Let's change that scenario then. Let's say the same accolades for another individual you don't know whatsoever says the exact same thing.
Then I'm going to say, who the fuck is you?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Obviously, like Shaq definitely deserves to feel how he felt about the comments. But because it came from Shannon Sharpe, no, I'm sorry. He deserves to feel how he felt about it. But if you go on TV and say to another individual in their moment of glory that they didn't deserve it, then the repercussions that come behind that is like you deserve those comments that you got as well. On top of the fact that you critique other individuals and their performances on a night in and out night basis during the play NBA basketball season. So if somebody says something about you, you got to be able to take that as well. I just think the egos, we're all about egos, bro. And I know I'm going long, but we're all about egos. Like we let our egos get in the way of just us. I wouldn't say living in harmony because that's never going to happen. You're always going to have disagreements with somebody. Like it's just inevitable. But we let our egos get in the way because of either who we are, our status, the money we have, so on and so forth. So I mean, long story short, Shaq is entitled to feel how he felt because of the comments that came from it. But I don't think he should have went as far as to like make a diss track,
go on social media, talk
about money and whatnot. Like that shit get corny, bro. Like we all know y'all got money. Both of y'all have money. So you saying I got more money than you and all that stuff, bro, okay, you got money. You make more than 99% of the population on the world. Okay, we get it. Try something else.
Yeah, man. I do honestly think that Shaq's response to it, because and if I'm being real with you, I kind of agreed with Shaq because I didn't think Jokić deserved it either. I'm on the podcast on record saying that I thought that Luka deserved the MVP. I'm on record saying that, and then Jokić wins, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna come out and say he ain't deserve it because he had an amazing career. I just think somebody else deserved it more than he did. No, season, career, for sure, correct, season. But
he has had a good career though.
He has had a good career, but I kind of agree with Shaq. I don't think it should have been Shai, but I thought it should have been Luka. So I don't think I would have said that to Nikola Jokić. I don't think I would have said that to him if I was in Shaq's situation. I don't think I would have said that. But I agree with Shaq. I think Luka should have got it, me personally. But I think Shaq was it was real sensitive and it was really emotional that you're gonna come out and again he just like D-Lo said he deserves to feel the way he feels, but at the same time, bro, like it's childish. It's real childish because just like Shaq deserves to feel the way he feels, Shannon deserves to have his opinion about what you said and what you did. You know what I'm saying? So like, but to go on and make a diss track that was corny, by the way. Yeah, it was whack. It was whack to me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, history is written down. History has shown that Shaq, and he has admitted that, like you said, like he didn't take it as seriously as he probably could have.
Yeah,
he didn't take care of his body as he could have, and if he had been, or if he had done that, then he would have been had a better career. He probably could have had 40,000 points. He probably would have more MVPs. Maybe even, well, he would have had more championships.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he's played with some stellar individuals. I think the championship he got in Miami was like his last real productive year with D Wade, and they were able to get a championship out of that. But he played with LeBron. Wasn't that, he played with the big three. Wasn't it? Didn't he play with the big three in Boston?
Nah, he was after that. They was already in Brooklyn at that point. That's when he ended his career, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought he played with the big three. I could be wrong though. But he played with these stellar individuals, these high caliber NBA players in his career, along with Kobe, as you know, where he won 3 championships with in a three-peat. So I don't know, man. I feel like because it came from Shannon Sharpe, who has recently, the last couple of years, really made a name for himself. Probably the number 1 podcast out right now, the most viewed interview podcast
you're right.
on YouTube.
He did play with them.
He played with the big three?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you take all that into consideration because of who it came from. And he said he doesn't really know Shannon Sharpe like that. He felt some type of way, even though everything he said probably is true. But when somebody essentially questions your manhood, you're gonna say something back to him. I don't care who it is, if it's your boy or not. If I said it was true, if I said it before, but then you publicly say it to open up that wound again, I'm gonna feel some type of way.
I agree.
I got a question though. I'm interested in what Shaq meant by "Don't forget, I know what you did to get to where you are" when responding to Shannon. Like, what did Shannon Sharpe do to get to where he is?
I don't think he did nothing. I think that was for effect, honestly. But yeah. I think he's trying to go with the rap beef kind of like aura to say, oh, if you come back and say something, I got more for you, like the Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll get to that later type of rap beef.
Right.
I don't think Shannon did nothing crazy. I mean, if he got some skeletons in the closet, he got some skeletons in the closet. That's his business. But
right.
I don't think he did nothing crazy. But I guess, if the beef keep on, I guess we'll see. We'll report it right here live on 2 Complex.
Yeah, I think it's done with though. I think they said what they needed to say, and
for sure,
Shannon Sharpe, he doesn't want any issues with individuals that he discuss because he has a job to do. He's again the top podcast out right now, so
oh yeah,
he doesn't want to jeopardize getting to a back and forth with somebody when it's not really necessary. And I don't think he meant any. When you're doing stuff like it, sometimes you get into it and you say stuff that you're trying to convey a message, and this is going to tie back into what Shawnee said. But she wrote it in a book, so she could have proofread that and said that's not really what I want to say. But when you're actually speaking in real time, your thoughts, sometimes that filter doesn't kick in quite well. And so I don't think Shannon Sharpe necessarily meant anything bad by what he was saying. He wasn't being malice in his thought, but because of the nature of what he has gone through in the first couple of months of the year, everybody now saying he's messy because of the type of interviews that he does. He just allows people to talk. It came across as he's trying to take shots at Shaq, and I don't think he was actually trying to take shots at Shaq. I think he was just saying, you seem envious, and Gilbert Arenas even said it, like he wants to be apex predator when it talked about the big men in the history of the game. And so you seem envious when the night the man won the MVP, you say he shouldn't have won it.
He shouldn't have won it. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.